Now, back home, a bill has been passed in Parliament giving the Land Transport Authority regulatory oversight over operators of bus services, depots and bus interchanges. This will allow the public bus industry to transition to the new government bus contracting model from next year. And the other transport bill, which was passed today, has to do with the Public Transport Council, allowing it to take on an advisory role.
This is how the public bus industry works at the moment. Operators SBS Transit and SMRT buses are issued 10-year licenses by the Public Transport Council to run public bus services. This has generally served Singapore well, said Transport Minister Lui Tak-yew. But he also noted operators have tended to be slow in responding to changing travel demand expectations. So a major overhaul is in the works. The government announced last year the bus industry will be restructured to a contracting model, with routes tendered out to operators.
The contracting model will enable the government to respond more expeditiously to changes in travel demand. Competitive tendering also means that bus operators have to compete for the right to run bus services, which will raise bus service quality in a cost-competitive manner, thereby benefiting commuters.
The bus services industry bill, which was passed, will provide the legislative framework for this transition, transferring powers to regulate the bus services industry from the Public Transport Council to LTA. The key provisions under the bill include step-in rights when the licensee is no longer able to continue operating services, and regulatory sanctions, including written censures and financial penalties in circumstances like a breach of license conditions. Debating the bill in Parliament, MP Gan Thiam Poh asked for more details on the incentive and penalty scheme.
The bus service reliability framework in our bus contracts is already an expanded and more rigorous version of the trial that we launched in February this year. But still, it is limited, as it is today, to about 40 services. Under the contracting model, it will be expanded to cover the entire bus network. The incentive penalty framework encourages operators to improve their service reliability performance along a scale. This incentivizes them not just to meet, but to outperform the benchmarks.
MPs also raised concerns about the ability to attract bus captains given a tight labour market. MP Ang Wei Neng suggested the remuneration and working conditions of bus captains be improved.
The train driverless system, big rest area, bus interchange, a lot of bus captain, bus drivers, small rest area. Both facilities are built by Land Transport Authority. And so why the discrepancy?
I agree with him. Glad to share that LTA, in consultation with the National Transport Workers Union, has been building bus depots and interchanges with better facilities and rest areas to improve the welfare of bus captains and staff. And we will, as much as possible, try to retrofit some of these newer standards into the existing interchanges and depots.
The Public Transport Council Amendment Bill was also passed in Parliament. Under it, the PTC will take on the role as independent advisor to the government on public transport matters from a commuter's perspective. It will also empower the PTC to standardise the taxi fare structure as announced earlier this year.